As you lift the lid, which by the way, feels uncannily like opening a giant premium pizza box, you immediately know this is something special. The picture on the front wasn't lying. What you see is exactly what you get, and wow, does it make a statement. The Unicorn Eclipse Ultra 2.0 is absolutely striking. The combination of the black spider wiring and the rotational printing doesn't just look premium, it looks important. Like it deserves a spot on a tournament stage under bright lights. You rotate it, and no matter where you land it, the logos and the colours stay perfectly aligned. Clean, sharp, and proper. No awkward tilts, no half-baked branding, and the surface, it's beautiful. It looks like a brand new racetrack, gleaming, smooth, perfectly laid out. There's a slight sheen to it, almost like a freshly polished sports car waiting to roar onto the track. Every segment is crisp, the colours deep and vivid, and you don't see those messy joins in the sisal that can sometimes cheapen the board. It's a thing of beauty. You almost don't want to throw at it, you want to frame it. Now let's talk wiring. The black Venom Spider isn't just black for the sake of looking different, although let's be honest, it does look fantastic. It's finished with an anti-glare coating which helps your eye focus on the segment better, even under harsh lighting. It's razor thin, slightly raised, but just enough to give definition without being intrusive. And crucially, it's finished cleanly at the doubles. No spindly legs sticking out at weird angles like you get with some of the older boards. Personally, I love the look. It feels deliberate, serious, but I'll admit, the traditional silver wiring did have a slight trick to it. It reflects the light across the colours, making the segments feel slightly bigger. Here the black makes everything feel a touch tighter, which could either sharpen your focus, or depending on your mood, make it seem a little bit more challenging. However, I assure you I've measured the segments compared to the Tour, and they are exactly the same. For me, I think it's a positive. It demands more precision, it makes hitting feel even more rewarding, and it just looks good. Now on to how it plays. The sisal on the board is crafted from Madagascan grade A fibres, and it really shows. Darts penetrate cleanly, hold firm, and so far in my testing, I've found no dead spots. So none of that dreaded dull thud you sometimes get when a board's glued too tightly or not enough. The Bullseye 2 is an absolute treat to aim for. It's raised just right, not coming out awkwardly like some of the older boards sometimes did, meaning there's less bounce outs, better angle to enter that bull, and it's a much more inviting target. Scoring areas feel crisp, responsive, and the overall feel is ever so slightly softer than something like a Target Tour board. A good thing if you want a board that's forgiving, yet durable. So it's too early to say how the board will last. That'll be the real test, but for now, first impressions are excellent. I can't really feel anything dramatic from the latest Tour board or the blade carbon. This also features an Ultra-Vis numbering. Now this is clever. Every number around the side is rotated horizontally, meaning no matter where you're throwing from, the numbers stay upright and they're easy to read. The black wiring holding them in place gives this floating effect, which looks amazing, partly due to the fact we've got a black wire and white numbers. However, you can also see the V shape that picks up on each of those numbers. So if you're someone who likes loop it, those tight awkward shots around the wiring might just become a little bit more difficult than normal. Then again, that might add to the skill and satisfaction when you nail it. Just check out the holes in the 8 for example. And if you want to know how to play loop it, we've done a video on that, so check it out above, but not until after this video. Now the back of the board has an almost sandpaper-like glitter finish. It's super clean, super premium, with pre-drilled holes for those rubber feet and centre pin. Now the UniLock system is at the back too. You can add 3 adjustable feet to help you level and lock your board securely against uneven walls. It's brilliant. Now if you're using something like the Corella sound dampening system like me, you can tweak the setup easily by adjusting that centre pin a little bit further out, and you don't need to use those rubber plugs if you get it just right. Very flexible, and up to you how you put your board up. The board does work with the Target Omni, though if you're struggling to connect, turn your main lights on in the room, which help me to connect to it. It could just be random, but maybe it's because of the black wiring. Scolia have advised they do not support horizontal numberings, but it will work with a traditional numbering. So you can always put an old ring on, it'll work absolutely fine. Now Scolia don't have plans to update it soon, but it could come out in the future. One tiny little gripe, the branding. Its bright orange unicorn logos all around the edges looks very bold. Maybe a little bit too bold for my personal tastes. It's way better than not having it there, so that you can rotate it all the time like some boards. But compared to say the Target Aspar, which had that gorgeous subtle grey branding, this one's a little bit louder. If they'd tucked a small unicorn logo or an emblem or just a U instead, it would have been absolutely perfect. Still, it's nitpicking at this point, and overall the Eclipse Ultra 2.0 looks ready for a TV stage. I hadn't been this excited about a dartboard since the Target tour. It's fantastic to see Unicorn take what they learned from the original Ultra and push it even further. It's beautiful, it plays brilliantly, it could easily be one of the best dartboards available today. So what do you think? Are black wires the way forward? Do you prefer the traditional silver ones? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think after seeing it and playing on one. That's all from me. Until next time, have a good one.